Blessed be everybody, what's up? Bill Sheets here, craft name Mannun, and you are watching Witch in the Working, where we will be discussing all things witchy in and out, throughout and about, above, below, and beyond. It is awesome to see all of your smiling faces once again. So, we're all slamming through some tough times right now, worldwide no less, and I debated with myself for quite some time on whether I wanted to do this particular video or not. After thinking about it long and hard, I decided to just go for it. I'm very new to this platform of content creation. As you all know, this is only my third video, so I'm not exactly sure of the etiquette to follow on the subjects like this, but I'm willing to go with my witchy heart and stir this cauldron into action. So here we go. So let's address the elephant in the room. COVID-19, otherwise known as the coronavirus. I know, we're all sick and tired of hearing about it, and we all just struggle and anticipate this monstrosity sinking back into the depths of crappiness that it came from. So I hope you're all taking the necessary precautions that your local government has put in place, i.e. social distancing, only go out when you have to, wear masks, do whatever it takes or whatever you and your family does to keep your immune system boosted, etc., etc. We've all heard it 1,000 times by now, and I'm not here to lecture on what to do on the medical side of this because, for starters, I'm not a professional in this field, and I'm happy to leave that up to the experts. And I'm happy to leave you up to make up your own decisions from there. I am, however, very, very experienced on the magical side of things, and I'm happy to share with you some of the things I'm doing magically along with my mundane habits during this crisis. And this is to give these actions and the energies around me a magical boost of both positive healing, protective energy, and confidence to help my mindset get through all of this. So with this being said, roll intro. Welcome back, everyone. So like I was saying, I want to go over some magical practices that I am doing as a witch to help facilitate and boost the mundane practices that I'm presently carrying out. I have to mention, I know quite a few magical peoples in my friendship circles. In fact, most all of my friends are some sort of magical practitioners of one school of the arts or another. This being mentioned, I have to say I'm shocked at the number of them who are not using magic to their advantage right now. I mean, really? What are you waiting for? This is the epitome of who, what, when, where, and why you would use magic, and why you've been practicing its very threads of existence for whatever time you've dedicated your life towards it. Do it. Go for it. Go. So let's move on. First, I want to teach you the difference between an invoking and a banishing pentagram. An invoking pentagram is drawn like this, starting at the top and drawing down towards your left and continuing on naturally from there. A banishing pentagram is drawn starting at the bottom left, drawing back up towards the top as shown, and then continuing on naturally from there. You use an invoking pentagram when drawing in energies into an object, place, or circumstance. For instance, blessing something. You use a banishing pentagram when getting rid of energies from an object, place, or circumstance, such as banishing negative energies from an object that you're weary of. Click at the link above and/or in the description below to see my video on how to consecrate things. Okay, so let's get started with our first magical item and idea. This is called a gree-gree bag or a sachet. This is just a small bag that you'll build and fill with herbs, oils, and trinkets that will emanate an energy that you have programmed it to possess. In this case, we're going to make one that will possess and emanate healing, protection, and confidence. So we're going to try and use some material that is blue for healing, protection, and confidence, and I'm going to tie it all together with a red string for courage. Now this is what colors I use for these things. What colors do you personally choose for healing and protection? Please let me know in the comments below. If you don't have the colors I've mentioned, you can also just use white, as white's a universal color that encompasses everything. I have these herbs laid out already. So we are going to use 1 part frankincense, 1 part rosemary, and 1 part salt for protection. Then we'll add 1 part cinnamon, and 1 part ginger for healing and good health. I'm also going to add a few drops of rose oil for health because I want to. At this point, you can add a small crystal or other imagery or trinket that you feel will help expound on that energy. Mix this up in a bowl or a mortar and pestle if you have one, concentrating a strong health protective energy into the mixture. When you're done, draw your invoking pentagram over this to seal the magic within. Now, place it in your sachet and tie it up. So now you can carry this with you wherever you go and just keep it on your person or close by when you're at home. Another method I really like is you can also dress a 7-day candle to help release good health and protective energies throughout your home. So for this, we're going to mix up a few oils. Now, if you don't own any essential oils, that's okay. The candle is just as powerful without it, and it will totally help to get the job done. The oils just add a little boost, like adding whipped cream on your hot chocolate. It's not necessary, but it gives a little more bang. So I'm going to be using an almond oil base. And I'm also going to have some rosemary, and sandalwood for health. geranium, and juniper. Black pepper for protection. So we're going to mix these oils together, stirring diesel, which is clockwise, and concentrating our strong health and protective energy into it. When done, seal with an invoking pentagram. Next, we're going to take our candle and we're going to draw a pentagram in the top of the candle. I like to use this handy little cookie cutter myself. From here, I like to use a letter opener and drive it down the side between each point of the pentagram to create cavities for my magic oil to drain down in the length of the candle. If you decide to do it this way, be very, very careful, as I've had the glass break on me before. Next, you're going to grab a Sharpie marker and draw symbols on the glass, and maybe write out statements telling the magic what it's doing and why. When you're done, pour a small amount of the oil we created into the cylinder of the candle. Not too much, just enough to cover the wax. Now, one last time, draw an invoking pentagram over your candle and light her up. If you can place the candle in a nice safe spot and let it burn for 7 days, please make sure you place it where it won't get knocked over and burn things down like your house. Maybe even place it in a large bowl or a cookie sheet so that if it does fall over, it really won't have anywhere to go. If you have an altar set up in a sacred space, this is a great home for your candle. You can also light the candle as needed if you can't keep it lit all the time. So moving forward, you can also empower a charm or trinket to carry on your person. Maybe a pentagram you can wear as a necklace or bracelet. Any piece of jewelry will work and can be empowered to act as a health and protection talisman or amulet. But it is best to dedicate this piece for the purpose though. Also, guard the entrances and exits of your house with magic by doing the following. If you can pick up some tangleweed or devil's shoestring and place it under the mat at the doors going into your house, it's a long witch belief that the weed will tangle up and trap any negativity that tries to pass it. You can also take a small lime, like a key lime, and stick it full of small push pins. Do this all over it, like so. Make one of these for each window around your house and hang it above or below each window. Let it dry out and keep it for years to come. This again is a very powerful protection amulet that's been used for centuries by witches. You can also draw small banishing pentagrams on a piece of fabric or paper with a Sharpie and hang these above or below each window and or doorway coming into your house. Maybe even dab a little of the oil we made for the candle on each square before you hang it. This will in essence banish any negativity trying to get inside, like the tangleweed and pen lime spell. Another great use of hanging items of protection above your doors or windows is getting some of these mirrored Christmas tree ornaments, like this one here, and carefully removing the top and putting some of the herbs mixture we built for the sachet in it. Then reattach the top hook and hang them. It's believed that the mirror reflection drives any negativity back to whence it came. So when you gotta go out and you have your handy mask for protection, maybe draw a small banishing pentagram using the oil we built for the candle, driving away any illness or negativity. Or draw an invoking pentagram with the oil, reinforcing good health and protection. It's really your decision. You decide what's best for you. Before you leave your house, when you must, envision a glowing blue energy surrounding you, protecting you from any harm. A magical shield, so to speak. Once you've formed this with intent and strongly visualized it, you're good to go. It's going to remain up and conscious for the next few hours, long enough for you to do what you have to do. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Witch in the Working. Again, these are unpredictable times we're going through right now, and I send out blessings to everyone for good health, protection, courage, and confidence to get through this, which we will with some wisdom and patience, I'm sure of it. So with that, please hit the subscribe button below and let me know in the comments below of some ideas you have during these trying times to magically strengthen ourselves and help get through this. Be healthy, try to be happy, and be safe, everybody. I'm looking forward to my next episode. Again, please subscribe and ring that bell so you'll be reminded of the next episode. Merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again. See ya.